I'm not happy being like this either.
Life hasn't been easy for David Medore. He's 65 and living in a shelter in Hudson.
And while I'm here, I do everything I'm supposed to do.
He helps with the gardening, but before this, David was sleeping on the streets, something he never imagined having to do. He saw violence, drug use, and was mugged.
I never want to be in that situation again because I was scared, really, being out there.
For 8 years, David says he lived with his partner who experienced a stroke. David took care of him nearly full time until he died earlier this year. David says he never had an issue with drugs or alcohol, but because he's on fixed income, he didn't make enough to pay his bills.
After he passed away, everything went downhill. I had a car I was leasing. I lost that. I was down on my rent, so I got evicted from there.
David is part of a growing trend of seniors unable to pay their bills and ending up on the streets. In a 2023 study, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development say those aged 50 or older are the fastest growing age group experiencing homelessness, saying ages 55 and older composed of nearly 20% of the sheltered homeless. And that population is expected to grow larger in the coming years.
I hate to use the term norm, but probably one out of every 5 to 8 clients that come to our gate is a senior.
Gregory Hicks is a clinical social worker with the Rope Center in Hudson. He says the elderly is his fastest growing population seeking help.
It's not coming with substance use disorders or anything like that, but a lot of it's coming from losing their apartments, losing their houses because of the rise in rents.
David said he was broken when he came to the shelter. He says it's been a journey of picking himself up and piecing his life back together. At the Rope Center, they try and pair people together to find a new apartment and split the bills, but says it's hard to find something affordable with rising home and apartment prices in Florida. He says his harrowing time sleeping on the streets is one he intends to never experience again.
I had cold nights that I was really cold, and I'm 65 years old. I want a better life for myself.
David hopes others in his situation can be inspired not to give up, to strive to get back on their feet. In Hudson, Jeff Van Sant for Spectrum News.